Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
24, no?
24, yes, Prabhuji.
Let's start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudiret Nastapráyeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Chaitanyamishwaram Omagyanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurummilitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyate Shatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna devotees, thank you for joining Bhagavatam discussion. We'll continue from Canto 1, Chapter 19, Text 24. Who is going to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranams. 24 was allocated to Saurav Prabhuji.
Yes, not joined, huh? Okay, go ahead. Somebody else read who are available.
Hare Krishna, shall I read Prabhuji?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tatascha vaprasyam imam viprasche vishrabhya vipra iti iti kratyathayam sarvatmanam riya manaischa krityam shuddham cha tatram rasthabha asthabhiyukta. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swam Prabhupada Ki Jai. O trustworthy Brahmanas, I now ask you about my immediate duty. Please, after proper deliberation, tell me of the unalloyed duty of everyone in all circumstances, and specifically of those who are just about to die. Purport. In this verse, the king has placed two questions before the learned sages. The first question is, what is the duty of everyone in all circumstances? And the second question is, what is the specific duty of one who is to die very shortly? Out of the two, the question related to the dying man is most important because everyone is a dying man, either very shortly or after 100 years. The duration of life is immaterial, but the duty of a dying man is very important. Maharaja Parikshit placed these two questions before Sukhdev Goswami. Also, on his arrival, and practically the whole of the Srimad Bhagavatam, beginning from the second canto up to the last 12th canto, deals with these two questions. The conclusion arrived at thereof is that devotional service of the Lord Sri Krishna as it is confirmed by the Lord himself in the last phases of the Bhagavad Gita, is the last word in relation to everyone's permanent duty in life. Maharaja Parikshit was already aware of this fact, but he wanted the great sages assembled there to unanimously give their verdict on his conviction, so that he might be able to go on with his confirmed duty without controversy. He has uh, especially mentioned the word Shuddha, or perfectly correct. For transcendental realization or self-realization, many processes are recommended by various classes of philosophers. Some of them are first class methods and some of them are second or third class methods. The first class method demands that one give up all other methods and surrender unto the lotus feet of the Lord, and thus be saved from all sins and their reactions.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Any points you want to share?
Yes, Prabhuji. Maharaja Parikshit, when he's sat there, he asked, two questions. The first question is, what is actually the duty of everyone in all circumstances? In generally, what is the duty of the duty of everyone? And the second question is, just before dying, what is the duty of a person just before dying? Because everyone is dying. So a man may die after one day or after 100 years. So just before dying, what is the important thing we have to do? And just normally in all circumstances, what is the duty of the person? Here, Maharaja Parikshit placed these questions before Sukdev Goswami. And what I understood is Sukdev Goswami, he said that Srimad Bhagavatam and practically the whole Srimad Bhagavatam, beginning from the second canto up to the 12th canto, deals with these questions. The conclusion arrived is that, that the devotional service to Lord Krishna is confirmed both in Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. That is the main thing. What everybody, living entity, has to do is just devotional service to the Lord Sri Krishna. And that is told in both Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. And that's what Maharaja Parikshit is asking to the sages. And he wanted that confirmation, that Shuddha, that perfect thing. He wanted that, that confirmation, the self-realization and that transcendental realization. That's what, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yeah, here Parashit Maharaj asking a right question. So Prabhupada is elaborating that, yeah, this kind of question we should ask. What is the duty of everybody? And of course, second question is that what is that one should do? What is going to die? Everybody is going to die. Prabhupada is elaborately explaining. As Mataji also said that each one will of us die. But before that, what is that the duty we have to do? So many places Prabhupada also explained. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also said, Jivere Surupani Tera Krishna Das. Duty of the every jiva is to serve Krishna. So that's what Prabhupada also explains here. So we have to engage ourselves. We have to do whatever possible so that we engage in a Krishna service. Somehow or other, we have to always engage. That is the real duty. Dharmastu sakshat bhagavat pranyam. That's our real dharma. Nothing else. So balance all kind of supporting role. The main role is to serve Krishna, pleasing Krishna. When we do that, the second naturally gets answered. Right? When we serve Krishna nicely, when serve Krishna with love and affection, Krishna gives related intelligence also, the arrangement. As Krishna says, Tesham Sasadayuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogamtam. He says, I'll give you the intelligence if you serve me with the love and affection. So At the end, what? Before dying, we should remember Antyakale cha mameka smanukta kalevaram. One who leaves the body, remember Krishna. So I don't know when I'm going to die, so that I should remember always. So that's should be my target. I always should remember 24/7, 365 days. Every moment I should remember. So that's why we have to have so many activities. That's why Prabhupada kept so many festivals. And the day starts at 4:30 in the morning, evening 8:30, back to back to back to back activities, so that we don't have any spare time to think unnecessarily. Otherwise, our mind will run away. Idle mind is devil workshop. Mind will go so many places. That's why we have to. This is each one of us. It's my responsibility. I have to keep myself always busy, always engaged. This class, that class, or some activity, book distribution, prasad distribution, that seva, Janmashtami seva. I have to keep myself fully busy because even little space Maya will enter. I will not know how Maya will enter. I should be very, very careful. That because even if a moment I forget, I may lose Krishna's remember in the time of death. So that's why I should be very, very careful on that. Okay, that's why Prabhupada ends here the three class of men, the first class, second class, and third class. So some of them are first class method, some of them are second, some are third class. The first class method demands that one give up all other methods, surrender to Krishna. That is the first class. Sarvadharma Parityajya Mameka Sharana Vraja Hamta Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayasya. That's the guarantee of Krishna. So Krishna's lotus feet, we just surrender to him, we give the rest to him. So don't worry about anything else other than Krishna. That should be the mood. Okay, we'll read the next one. 25.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
I am allocated as. Canto 1, chapter 19, and text 25. Tatra bhavat Bhagavan Vyasa Putro Yatruchaya Kam Adamano Napeksha Alakshya Lingo Nija Labha Dushto Vruttas Sa Palaisar Avatuta Vesha. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Vishwaguru A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ke Jai.
Jai.
Translation. At that moment there appeared the powerful son of Vyasadeva, who traveled over the earth disinterested and satisfied with himself. He did not manifest any symptoms of belonging to any social order or status of life. He was surrounded with women and children, and he dressed as if others had neglected him. Purport. The word Bhagavam,
Bhagavan.
Bhagavan,
Bhagavan.
the word Bhagavan is sometimes used in relation with some of the great devotees of the Lord, like Sukadeva Goswami. Such liberated souls are disinterested in the affairs of this material world because they are self-satisfied by the great achievements of devotional service. As explained before, Sukadeva Goswami never accepted any formal spiritual master, nor did he undergo any formal reformatory performances. His father, Vyasadeva, was his natural spiritual master because Sukadeva Goswami heard Srimad Bhagavatam from him. After this, he became completely self-satisfied. Thus, he was not dependent on any formal process. The formal processes are necessary for those who are expected to reach the stage of complete liberation. But Sri Sukadeva Goswami was already in that status by the grace of his father. As a young boy, he was expected to be properly dressed, but he went about naked and was uninterested in social customs. He was neglected by the general populace, and inquisitive boys and women surrounded him as if he were a madman. He thus appears on the scene while traveling on the earth of his accord. It appears that upon the inquiry of Maharaja Pariksit, the great sages were not unanimous in their decision as to what was to be done. For spiritual salvation, there were many prescriptions according to the different modes of
Yeah.
different persons. But the ultimate aim of life is to attain the highest perfectional stage of devotional service to the Lord. As doctors differ, so also sages differ in their different prescriptions. While such things were going on, the great powerful son of Vyasdeva appeared on the scene. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Srila
Krishna.
Prabhupada
So
said.
when the first question asked, Sukadeva Goswami was not there. So Parishad Maharaj was asking this question to the sages. So that's the time Sukadeva Goswami arrives. So the background is that Sukadeva Goswami appeared from the womb of his mother, Vyasadeva's wife, and he was started walking. That's the time Vyasadeva actually requested, pleaded, my dear son, where are you going? Hold on. Then he sent his disciples as a woodcutter who started reciting Bhagavatam. When the woodcutter started reciting Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami turned back and asked, what is this you're reciting? Bhagavatam. Who taught you this? Then they said, yes, here is your father who taught. Then he comes back and hear Bhagavatam. After hearing Bhagavatam, he leaves. So here Prabhupada explains that he left without any samskaras. Like normally the 16 samskaras given for children, I mean anybody for that matter. I mean it starts from the Garbhadana samskara, then the different stages of pregnancy, then birth samskara, then namkarana, vidyadharana, and all those is, and finally antyesti till the last. There's around 16 samskaras given. Each samskara has got a certain method doing and certain rituals and a certain purpose. But Sukadeva Goswami was not done any of the samskaras. So he was naked, he was not bothered for because he was beyond that. So Prabhupada says that formal process necessary for those who are expected to reach the stage of complete liberation. For ordinary person, yes, this samskara is required. Maybe some of us gone through samskaras, some of not, because we were not aware, our parents were not aware. But at least we should give this samskara. At least when the couple get married, from there they start this samskara, Garbhadana samskara. From there, at each level, of course, Prabhupada more focused on not on ritual, but on holy name and Krishna Prasad. Because today, to perform rituals, we may not find a qualified Brahmana or qualified ingredients or quality ingredients. So Prabhupada is focused on more Harinam and Vishnu Krishna Prasad. So any samskaras, the mainly focus should be holy name, chanting the holy name and distribute Krishna Prasad. So, but when that is done, the process happens faster. Prabhupada also says that the Sukadeva Goswami was not interested. He was not disinterested in the affairs of the material world because they are self-satisfied. He has not bothered. He was not dressed up. That's why the whole journey, there were people throwing stone at him. They were laughing at him because it's like a madman. It was going like a madman. But when Sukadeva Goswami reached, just before reaching, when Parishit Maharaj asked this question, there were so many sages, millions of sages, and they had a different opinions because each one, like somebody may be giving some certain tattvas, somebody may be giving dhyana yoga, Ashtanga yoga, or different philosophies. So everybody was not in a kind of one opinion. Like Prabhupada gives example, like doctors may have different opinion. Sages also had a different prescription for a question what he asked. But that's the time Sukadeva Goswami arrives, and we'll continue from there. Next stroke. 26.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, text 26. Tam dvi ashta varsham sukumara pada karorubahu amsha kapola gatram charu ayata aksha unnasa tulya karna shubru ananam kambu sujata kantam. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The son of Vyasadeva was only 16 years old. His legs, hands, thighs, arms, shoulders, forehead, and the other parts of his body were all delicately formed. His eyes were beautifully wide, and his nose and ears were highly raised. He had a very attractive face, and his neck was well formed and beautiful like a conch shell. Purport. A respectable personality is described beginning with the legs, and this honored system is observed here with Sukadev Goswami. He was only 16 years of age. A person is honored for his achievements and not for advanced age. A person can be older by experience and not by age. Sri Sukadeva Goswami, who is described herein as the son of Vyasadeva, was by his knowledge more experienced than all the sages present there, although he was only 16 years old. Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Prabhu.
The son of Vyasadeva, who was only 16 years old, the description about his legs, hands, thighs, arms, shoulders, forehead, and his bodily description given. Eyes wide open, nose, ears. These are very, very attractive. Now, when you compare this to even Supreme Lord also, Supreme Lord's body is so attractive. And pure devotees' body also naturally becomes attractive. We can see some of the sages, the aura coming in their face, their bodily structures or their the facial expressions are so attractive because their heart is pure. Many times we can see that what is there in the heart is can be seen in the face. Somebody is jealous, envious, we can see from his face and eyes. Cunningness, we can see. Somebody is straightforward, we can see that. We can the person talking, the way he expresses, the facial expression, eye contact, we can make out. So that's why the spiritual personalities, they are always peaceful, at the same time their aura, we can see that. Here Prabhupada says that the respectful personality described at the beginning of this is legs and honor system of observed in the Sukadeva Goswami says. And Prabhupada also said the person is honored for his achievements, not for advanced age. One may be whatever the age, but the person is achieved something good, he is honored, is respected. Age in this body is not the only criteria, because yeah, certain places the age is a matter we need to respect, but that's not the only criteria. Somebody may be well versed in their scriptures or very knowledgeable young age, yes, we should respect them. Like in one of the lectures, His Grace Amarendra Prabhu explains who is senior, because this is a kind of debate in spiritual world or in especially in ISKCON. Who is senior? Somebody who has joined ISKCON one day before is senior than one who joined later, or somebody's taken initiation few days before, or somebody taken, is that a senior? Or somebody who's taken a position in the temple or managing something is a senior? Who is senior? Or somebody is in the age is senior? Or somebody is highly educated, or somebody who can recite scriptures, or somebody who can speak is a senior? No, he defines a very, very unique way of, you know, he says a two way of understanding senior. One may calculate seniority by his seen years. How many years is seen in this moment? How many years in bhakti? Seen years. That means age, or not just age in the body. How many years in the bhakti? That's one way of looking at this senior. Other way of looking at senior is that seen near. If anyone near to the devotees, when anyone serves the devotees, he is senior. So that's the way to understand. So the first, the person should be in the moment, and second, he should serve the devotees. And one who serves the devotee is senior. Or here, same we can see from Sukadeva Goswami. He is so close to the Lord. And that's why even Vyasadeva, his own father, Brahma, Narada, they all respected him. They all honored him. They all asked him to come on, please take the seat, take the Vyasasana. So, because he has completely realized, he has no contamination, he has fully realized personality. So that's why they given this. So age is not the only criteria. So in our life also, we may find some youngsters. I was talking about Amarendra Prabhu. He is such a young, but the kind of the lectures he gives or some of bhakti he does is beyond imagination. So age is not the criteria because it could be various reasons. Could be from his previous life. I mean, many of the devotees now today see some of the youngsters, young children, the kind of dedication they have, so much with so much aged people may not be able to do it. So our seniority goes, or at least respect for their qualification or quality of devotion, we should be there. So that's where we should respect. And Prabhupada says Sukadeva Goswami, who described here as a son of Vyasadeva, was by his knowledge more experienced than the sages present there. So knowledge is important and dedication is important. Their service is important. How much attached, how much detached from the material thing, how much attached Krishna is more important. That determines who is senior or who is more close to Krishna. Who generally, one who serves devotees, one who is close to devotees, are generally will be appreciated by everybody. And when everybody appreciates Krishna's loves, Krishna appreciates. With this, I'll stop here. Devotees can share their comments. Start from, Varsha Mataji, want to start?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for the class.
Thank you, Mataji.
So today's takeaway for me was like every jiva in this world should ask for what is my duty, which Parikshit Maharaj had questioned, and we all got the answer of serving Lord. And I also understood like how Shukacharya has come into existence, and even though he was young, and but from the virtue of knowledge, he is great, and we have to respect. I mean, respect should be given to elders, but if someone is qualified enough. In doing devotional service, and those people should also be respected. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Vidya Mataji. Vidya Prabhu Mataji.
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ
Mataji.
ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಎಂಗೇಜ್ ಇನ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಡೈಯಿಂಗ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. ಯಾವಾಗ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಸಾವು ಬರ್ಬಹುದು. ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಭಕ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಭಕ್ತಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ತೊಡಗಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ನೆನ್ಪಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3 ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ನಲ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರೆಂಡರ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ಕೃಷ್ಣನಿಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಸರೆಂಡರ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಏಜ್ ಒಂದ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಏಜ್ ಕ್ರೈಟೀರಿಯಾ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್. ಏಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಿದ್ರು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದಾವಾಗ ಅವರು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಇರೋದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಆ ವಿಷಯನೇ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಖದೇವ ಗೋಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅವರು ಏಜ್ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾದ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿಗಳಿಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರಿಂದ ಎಲ್ರು ಅವರಿಗೆ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ.
Mataji. Shridevi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna.
So what we learned today is what Parikshit Maharaj asked to Sukdev all the rishis and Sukdev Goswami, what is the two things that we need in our life? What should we do? That means just before dying or always. Only thing what we all have to learn is just devotional service to Lord Sri Krishna is the topmost, and that is what is always essential and necessary. Hare Krishna.
Sudha Mataji. Sudha Vadi.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So Parikshit Maharaj, he puts out 2 questions to the sages. One is that what is the duty of everyone in all circumstances? Another is what a dying person has to do at the time of his last birth, what he is supposed to do. And then came Sukadev Goswami. He appears, and Sukadev Goswami is such a person at a tender age of 16 years. He is an elevated soul. So usually there are 15 samskaras, but Sukadev was not given any samskaras because he is self-satisfied, and he's already an elevated person. So here, what they say is like that: three methods: first class methods, second class, and third class. But what first class method says is give up all the methods and surrender to Krishna. Sometimes great devotees like Sukadev Goswami, such liberated souls, are self-satisfied and disinterested in material things. And a person is honored by his achievements and not for advanced age. So, this means like a person may be older, but we give respect to the person who has good knowledge. And how we see is like a person should be serving the devotees or near to the devotees. That's how they see. So this is what Prabhuji.
Thank you,
This is what.
Mataji. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank
Maria
you.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Almost everything is consolidated by the devotees. Two questions. What is the duty of all circumstances? What is the duty at the time of death? Self-realization. Serve Krishna always. When we serve Krishna with love and affection, intelligence will be given. There should not be any leisure time. Always keep one self busy and occupied so that Maya cannot enter. And Garbhodana
Garbhadana.
Samaskara, and including that, and all samskaras are very essential. And Sukadev Goswami is self-sufficient. At the age of 16 years, Sukadev Goswami is highly advanced in spiritual status than all the sages assembled over there. And seniority in age is not a real seniority. One who serves the devotees are real seniors, and especially today's experience is very unique. I must highlight in this August gathering. We happen to meet one psychiatrist in RR Nagar while distributing flyers, and he was kind enough to came out. I was really surprised because generally people don't give so much of time, but this gentleman is being a very highly qualified man, and actively actively involved in his own profession, as well as including in devotion also. And he is having little RSS background, I feel. He was appreciating these two boys who came along with me. In fact, he openly told me, sidelined me, I'm not really bothered about you, but these two boys, I'm really damn impressed. I don't know how. He openly appreciated, and he told, blessed them. God, Lord Krishna is having a very big plan for you. I'm very much impressed on seeing two persons really engaged in this noble cause. I don't have words to appreciate you two persons, two boys, because these days we cannot see the children like you coming into devotion, and that too with all so much of this thing dedication. You people have come into the field work. Really, I bow down to you, he told, and he appreciated them like anything. And I
By chance,
really,
you have his contact number?
yeah, I have noted down probably. I
Okay,
have got it
please.
written this thing, and
We
I
need to get him, ask him to make a small video and give it to us. possible.
Certainly. He
So
will
that
be loud. He will
that will
loud to do.
appreciate, that is moral boosting to the boys.
Certainly, Prabhuji, certainly.
Yeah.
And I'm impressed with this thing.
Please, possible, call him tomorrow. If
Yes,
required, we can meet him also. Because such personality is required for us, seniors, experienced person. We
should
can
be.
invite him also.
We should.
Please, yeah.
It's very appropriate, I thought, this occasion,
Sure.
because we are discussing about this age and the enthusiasm of this thing. Because we keep on mentioning these days, children are after all media dominated world, and always behind. Not even they are not ready to look at the face even, because they are always occupied with mobile phones and computer and whatnot. They are unable to this thing, face the real human beings. In such circumstances, you children have come out and doing this noble service. You are a model, perfect model. You are appreciating.
Thank you
Hare
so much.
Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Lakshmi Mataji, anything?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Surrendering unto the lotus feet of the Lord will save us from all sins and their reactions. And doing service to the Lord is our duty always, Prabhuji. Not only before the time of death, all time we should do service, because death may come at any time. Hare Krishna.
Asha Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji. Mataji, you are unmuted.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Namaste.
Duty of every jiva is to serve Krishna. I should always engage myself in the service of the Krishna. I should surrender to Krishna and should not worry about anything else. Only thinking and doing all my actions for him, for the pleasure of Krishna. And then I also understood who is senior and how seniority comes. It is not by age, by experience. And here, as you have taken Amarendra Prabhuji's name, actually his speeches are very, very inspiring. Before I came in contact with you, I used to listen to him, and also one more Mataji, Madhurya Leela. Both of them are very inspiring. I got the first inspiration from them just hearing as an ordinary person. And I don't know, after hearing them, how, I don't know, I get in touch with you, and then I'm there in this concenter RR Nagar. So both of them are very, 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 very inspiring, Prabhuji. Definitely, that they hearing to them will increase our bhakti as well.
Yeah. So once we had a chance to, they were staying, when he came to Abu Dhabi, they were staying our Shiksha Guru's house. Morning Bhagavatam class, before going to the class, we were just talking. He says that every day, or any class for that matter, before speaking, he'll read at least 1.5 hours time or 2 hours time. So now, I shouldn't say. In our case, my case, what happens? We just go and speak. He says, no, at least I read 2 hours before giving to any class. So that's the purity and that's the mercy of the Srila Prabhupada. So that his speeches are become so effective because of his purity. Such a wonderful personality.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Okay, we'll stop here. Vanchakalpatarubhesya kripasindhudevasya patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo ananta koti vaishnav vrinda ki jai. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.